we are talking about the amount of money Chelsea is spending. 03717223334. Do you want a little stat?
Right.
The all-time transfer expenditure in the Danish Superliga is 267 million euros. Chelsea spent 329 in January.
Honestly, I get it. People are like, I honestly don't have a problem with it at all. And if Arsenal had the same owners, I wish Arsenal would do the same thing.
Yeah, I think everyone thinks like that,
no,
right?
You're going to get some people in there saying it's bad for football. I don't like it.
Do you think so?
Yeah, but there's a hint
it's bad for football.
There's a hint of jealousy to that.
There can only be jealousy.
Can only be.
It's good for football.
As a fan, what do you want your owner to do? You want him to care? You want him to show up, show that he's there, and put his hand in his pocket.
Yeah, I think probably put his hand in his pocket is number one on that list, actually. And you want success, right?
Yeah, of course.
And people go, "Oh, you're buying success," but every player that comes to your club, you're buying, apart from free transfers. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're trying to buy success with every player that comes into the club. Also, by the way, I mentioned earlier that Chelsea they can only register 3 of their new signings for the Champions League. Who are the 3? I've got a list of them in front of me.
So I think
we'll go one each. So Enzo Fernandez, who's second?
I'm going Mudryk.
No, I just wanted you to say Mudryk. Badiashile, Fofana, Santos, Felix, Gusto, and Noni
Madawaku.
Is that what they paid? 30 million for him?
Yeah, good player, young player.
Yeah.
Out the 3, if they can only register 3 out of that, well, it's got to be Enzo because they spent.
Hold on. Go on, start again. Sorry.
If they can only register 3, it has to be Enzo.
100% right. If you spend 106 million pounds on someone,
it has to be Mudryk because 90 million.
Oh,
Mudryk.
Yeah.
And I think João Felix. So I think even though Badiashile's done well, I centre half.
By the way, he's done extremely well.
I think it has to be João Felix.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he looked brilliant against Fulham.
Fofana, you need goals.
No, I don't think he's going to get registered for the Champions League in time. No.
Do you not?
No.
Okay. There you go. That's just one of the many questions we're asking. 03717223334. Let's speak to Matthew, who's a Chelsea fan. Hello, Matt.
Hello, guys. How are you?
We're great. We're very well. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Okay. I think I'm going to come from 2 positions on Chelsea. One, as a Chelsea fan, I'm extremely excited about the players we've signed. Mm-hmm. But then, from everyone else's point of view, I'm just seeing complete and utter jealousy.
Not Matthew. I understand that because you look at your last owner in Rome and what he did, putting his hand in his pocket, and then you've got an owner. And I heard a lot of people talking about when Roman eventually leaves and the new owner comes in, the bubble will burst. There'll be no more money. Players are going to want to leave. It's been the complete opposite.
Oh yeah, completely. He's just decided to go. You know what? I'm going to go spend big money because I think what he sees is a considerable gap between Chelsea and I'm going to say Manchester City in terms of the quality of players that we have. Look, what Arsenal's done this season is absolutely fantastic. But the thing is, you're an Arsenal and a Manchester United fan. You'd probably prefer having Todd Bowley as your owners instead of what you've got at the moment.
Do you know what? I wouldn't, I'm being honest. No, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because, listen...
they're
going.
I was right? Kroenke in heartbeat.
They're going, the Glazers, so I don't know who the new owner is going to be. I just worry about Todd Bowley. He came in, he kicked everyone out who knew what they were doing. He started again, which I think was a brazen move. Whether or not it was the right one, we still don't know. He started paying crazy money for some players that I'm not sure Sterling's worked. I'm not sure that Koulibaly's worked. I think there's a few players that there are still question marks. Cucurella, another one. You're spending copious amounts of money. You're also tying up some players. I think it's 2 or 3 onto ridiculously long-term deals, which could come back to bite you on the backside, like 7.5 and 8 years. And I just don't know with it. I think the jury's still out. I think the fact that he's taken his wallet out and he's smashed it on the table, trying to prove a point, I think only time will tell whether or not he's going to be a successful owner. I think it's way too early to say that we'd all swap with him.
Yeah, but the early signs are good.
The early signs are good.
You swap the Glazers for him. You would.
Yeah, but I'd like to think that... Well, I don't know who the new owners of Manchester United are going to be. But they're going the Glazers, right?
I get that, but currently, as we sit right now, the Glazers are your owners. You'd swap Todd Bowley for them.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I want Todd Bowley as my owner.
No, but I'm just saying you take him over what you've got.
Yeah, but, listen... That doesn't mean I think he's the right man. I'll take your owners over the Glazers, do you know?
Okay.
Actually, I probably wouldn't. Let's speak to David, an Arsenal fan. Hi, David.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, very, very good, thanks. I'm an Arsenal fan. Firstly, I'd just like to say good evening. I'm not jealous at all of Chelsea at all. I think, what you've got to look at is sustainability. Now, a year ago, I would have wanted to have spent millions on players. I was one of those Arsenal fans that were upset. But the more I think about it, and particularly that Jorginho signing yesterday, I'm in business, so you need to have a commercial approach to this. And for me, it isn't sustainable. The point is, where does it end? And the guy that was on previously is delusional. They're a mid-table team. They've come in, they've thrown money at 115, 120, whatever it is. Do you mean to say that this talent, honestly, does not exist in this country? Now, if you talk about favelas, or you talk about cages in London where kids are playing, or you're talking about council estates or wherever, it's lazy. Do we mean
David, let me ask you, right? You're saying that you're really happy with the way your club did their business, getting Jorginho in for £12 million.
Yeah.
Weren't you prepared to pay £80 million for Moises Caicedo?
No, because we only did 70.
Okay, weren't you prepared to pay £70 million?
Yeah, but you know what I admire about it? I admire the fact that they didn't.
Well, they would have done, but
limit.
Brighton turned it down.
But they didn't. Yeah, but they didn't. But you have to admire Brighton's model, and you have to admire.
No,
model.
but David, what I'm saying is, you've come on to say like, Jorginho, we can only spend £12 million. Happy to do that, good business. But that's not your choice. You only spent that. If you had your way, you would have spent £70 million on Caicedo.
But we didn't.
Yeah, but that wasn't your choice. You wanted to.
No, we went to spend 70 million. Correct, you're absolutely right. But the fact is, when you think about it commercially.
Yeah.
Take the emotion out of it. The players that we all want to see on Sky Sports that we pay for and get excited about. If you take the emotion out of it, it's not sustainable, is it?
Well, do you know what, Dave? I sort of agree with you, but I've heard that argument since the Premier League began in '92. Many. I think it's a generational thing. My dad used to say it. It's taking it away from the everyday fan. There's too much money in football and so on. But so far, all I've seen is football just getting bigger and bigger.
More and more money pumped into it.
Yeah, but where would you... So, say for argument's sake, a player's 300 million quid. What does that do to the young people in this country who want to play? What I'm saying is, it should be a balance. I don't want to contradict myself, so let me put this argument to you. Why don't they just cap it? Because if they don't cap it, there'll only be 3 clubs in the Premier League to exist. You will have a Super League, because actually, there'll be no one else existing. Do you genuinely believe that there's players in this country that aren't up to the standard than what they've just paid for 150? Is it lazy scouting? Is there something wrong with the scouting system? There must be. We're a country of football players. I've played with fantastic players when I was younger. There's huge talents out there. Why aren't we getting them? Why aren't we producing them?
Dave, listen, I've got to let you go. I've got to let you go, Dave. Who are the fantastic players you played with?
I played with some young guys when I was younger. None of them made pro.
Oh, I see. Okay, just great players you play with. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I think, should they have? That's my point. Should they have?
Okay. Dave, listen, I love your enthusiasm. Thanks so much for coming on. Always a pleasure. I'll speak to you soon.
Take care. Have a great evening.
Thanks, man. You too.
And he made a good point. The only thing I'd say about that is, where he's correct is that, there have been some great players, certainly Sunday League, but it's luck. A lot of it's luck. Right place, right time.
Yeah.
Because I played with some great kids in my Sunday League, or against them. Yeah. Never got the opportunity.
Yeah. I think you get that in all sports. I remember growing up, seeing loads of great snooker players, never got there. Yeah, okay.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.